Hello and welcome back to another episode of Media Munchers. I'm Mathian.
And I'm Adrian.
And we're going to get right into that Muncher Minute.
Yeah.
Right into it, Big Apple. No introductions, no nothing. Dinosaurs.
All right, yeah.
I found this on the Damn That's Interesting subreddit. You said you saw it on Twitter. Cool.
Yeah, I did.
Amid a drought, the Dinosaur Valley State Park has discovered dinosaur footprints that have been historically covered by water and sediment. They date back more than 113 million years. So, people at home may have seen this, but I just thought it was a cool little thing. I mean, they're dinosaur tracks, bro. I mean, what else is there to say? It's cool. Did you remember that phase in like elementary? Did you have a dinosaur phase?
No, yeah, for sure.
I was heavy into it.
I always had like a bunch of little like dinosaur toys, like those little
figurine things.
I don't know what they are. They're like the little plastic.
Usually, like toy box toys or whatever.
Yeah.
I had a big old book from the book fair. Remember that thing? Book fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, I bought that big ass, mega dinosaur book. You may have seen it, and there's a page. I'll find it sometime. I'll bring it on. But you open it up and it's like, I don't know, like a 4 foot wide piece of shit. And it's like dinosaur shit this big. And I was like, whoa. It was just like, blew my mind as a kid. So anyway, I just wanted to bring up dinosaur shit and these tracks, which are like 113 million years. I wonder how they preserve that though. Cause like, couldn't they fill up with mud and rain and dirt and stuff now that they're exposed, Or do they not preserve it at all?
I don't know. Maybe they like dig them out. I don't know if that.
It was my impression that they got washed away, and then or like the stuff on top got washed away, and then like this was shown at like the bottom of a river or something,
Yeah, but wouldn't they like want to like pull them out?
Oh, you mean like actually excavate them and like keep them somewhere preserved?
Maybe.
That's interesting. I don't know if they do that. Hopefully they do, so they don't get eroded or whatever. All right. So Danny DeVito says his penguin is better than Colin Farrell's in The Batman. So bam, catchy headline. But let me give y'all some context. Okay. Hooked up to a lie detector test for Vanity Fair, of course. Danny DeVito was forced to share his opinion on Farrell's performance, saying, "I love Colin. He's a terrific guy. My penguin was better." He then looked over at the polygraph examiner, which I believe was his daughter, and asked, "Was that the truth?" It certainly was. Most certainly was, in my opinion. But it's worth mentioning that his daughter was asking him, and I think this was all just in good fun. But since an opinion was expressed, I mean, that invites comparison, Big A. What do you think? Come on, man. What you think?
I mean, that's rude.
No. I mean, I'm not saying, you don't have to say which one's better, but I mean, what are the pros and cons of either?
I mean,
which one
his was for his time. I think it's dated.
Yeah. It also fits better in the campiness that was that
right,
film.
Yeah.
That film wasn't like this Batman, where it's just really dark and gritty and Nolan's to 11 in terms of seriousness, right?
Yeah, they fit the movies that they were in, so.
Yeah, I'd agree. But it was just a little fun, a little outrage bait. That's what I liked about it. I'm still going to go with DeVito, though. That's okay.
Oh, you like DeVito more?
I just like how ridiculous he is. No, Colin Farrell's is great. I'm not shitting on either of them. They're equally good. But I love DeVito. Anyway, go to your next article.
Yeah. So Avatar, the original from 2012, right?
Blue People. Got it.
Yeah, Blue People.
Mm-hmm.
Was removed from Disney Plus and is being re-released in theaters for a couple weeks. It was confirmed by sources given to Variety, and yeah, they said that it's in lead up to promote Avatar: The Way of the Water.
Yeah.
And that they're gonna put it back on sometime before December 16 when The Way of Water comes out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have some thoughts about this.
I'm sure you do.
I'm glad you knew that. So it's been re-released for like what, the 8th time or whatever we're going on at this point.
Yeah.
And
just adding money.
Adding money to it. How much money can they really glean other than people who want to see it, I guess, again in theaters and be like, oh, let me catch up.
Yeah.
I guess if they have some 3D releases, maybe it could be a little nostalgic. But like, haha, remember when we did this like 13 plus years ago? That was kind of cool, right?
Well, I think that that's part of it. Like, it's meant to sort of remind people like this is something that happened, and so it fills the gap that was left during the making of the
sure
film.
Another thing that's neat too, just for like people who are real technical nerds like I am, it says right here that they will present the movie in new 4K high dynamic range restoration.
Yeah.
That is really
they're gonna update it.
That actually compels me to spend money that I shouldn't be to go see this. Because like, yeah, you could throw it on Disney Plus, but it's probably like standard definition. it's probably a 4K upscale, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's just like a 1080p rip from like Blu-ray. You know what I mean? I don't know what they upload to Disney Plus and how it gets compressed, but this could be really cool. Maybe it might be worth seeing as like a refresher, before you go.
Yeah,
give
yeah.
some more money in the sequel. That sequel though, saw that trailer, man. It's looking good. What are your thoughts on this? It's whatever, or do you think it has some purpose this time?
I mean, I'd like to rewatch it. Sure.
Yeah, on the big screen
I haven't
though.
seen it in a while.
On the big screen though.
Yeah. I don't think I saw it for the first time on the big screen.
Really, you saw it on DVD?
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw it like after the whole like craze about it.
Oh, you were late to the party.
Yeah, I was late.
Damn, come on, big guy.
I didn't know anything about it
Slacking,
until like
man.
I don't know why.
Well, shit. Well, now here's your opportunity. Now
It's
you have to go
2012,
see
dude.
it.
When was that?
No, 2009.
Oh,
Avatar
2009.
was 2009. So you were like 10 for now you could be like,
Yeah.
okay, get in the car.
Yeah,
Mom.
that's
We're
right.
gonna go
I
see
remember
Avatar.
being on the bus in at Rabba.
Yep.
Yeah. Thinking about that.
Well, now you know.
Who are the blue people?
Who are the blue people? Find out next time on Media Munchers. No. Let's get into these trailers, man.
Yeah.
You
What's
ready?
the first one?
So the first one is I'm gonna butcher this. Brahmastra. It's I think it's a Bollywood flick. But
Okay.
the trailer I gleaned a little like first few seconds of it, and it just looked so out there and over the top, and the CG was kind of like, haha, cool. I was like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. See what it's all about.
Yeah.
So we're gonna watch this, and I'll describe it to you guys after. Part 1, bro.
Wow.
Part 1 in IMAX. So if you haven't seen that trailer, go look it up. Brahmastra.
It was very loaded.
It's super loaded. It kind of, I'd argue, it showed you like the whole film.
It
But
felt like it. Yeah.
But still, visually it was fun to look at, and I don't know, it piqued my interest. I saw it and I was like,
Yeah.
this could be
Where
cool.
where can we watch that?
I looked it up, and besides IMAX theaters, which I don't know, there's a conflict here, but Regal. The short answer is Regal.
Oh,
so
okay.
we'd have to actually go to one of those theaters. I don't know about the IMAX thing because Santikos has an IMAX theater, but I don't think
Right.
it's showing it there. I just don't think
I don't know.
they only put big stuff. I don't know. We could check, but
Yeah,
I didn't see any
maybe.
showtimes for it. But long story short, Regal.
Oh, because it's already out, or
No, September 9th.
oh, I see.
So
Okay.
like in a couple of weeks.
Got it.
Yeah. But it looked cool. To describe the trailer to those of you who are just listening, it's essentially, how would you describe that? There's a guy in India, presumably, who's
Yeah.
chosen to have some connection to some sort of fire spirit.
I
Call
guess so.
him whatever. And he doesn't get burned by it, and there's a love interest, and there's a whole lot of shenanigans and stakes, and it's just a whole bunch of yummy, fun CGI to look at. But they incorporated the culture into it. There's like the god or goddess Shiva. I'm not up to date on the Indian gods, but I don't know. It was cool. It was nice seeing something that looked like sci-fi and weird, but it's not from here. But it has a huge budget like that,
Yeah.
Besides
yeah.
like China, whoever else puts out sci-fi stuff like that. Caught my interest, Big Apple. What'd you think?
It looked alright.
Looked all right?
I don't
Listen,
know.
I'm not saying this is like Good Will Hunting or anything. Just
Well, no, I don't
it's
know.
fun to look at. Okay, monkey brain was happy. That's all I have to say to you.
Your monkey.
My monkey brain was
What
happy.
is that supposed to be saying about the film?
No, I'm talking about the colors.
Okay.
Monkeys see pretty colors. Monkeys happy.
All right.
All right, it's a visual spectacle. Is what I'm saying.
All right.
All right. Damn.
I don't deny they have some visuals going.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to hear. I wanted you to validate my feelings.
I mean, I wasn't ever disagreeing.
Okay, good.
You already said it.
All right, good. Well, you can reinforce now. All right, let's get ready. You've seen the Murmurs of Adam Driver and White Noise?
White Noise.
White Noise, baby, Netflix movie. That's
No,
what we're gonna review
no.
next. We're not the movie, but the
All right.
trailer.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's watch it.
let's watch it, man. Well, that's a lovely teaser, but it tells me absolutely nothing about it. So
Yeah. Is it aliens or is it a cult or
the classic
it-
getting out of the car and closing the door and looking up at the sky. I don't know. Could be anything, right?
yeah?
I don't know. But based off
was
of what I
confused.
saw,
But it looks interesting.
yeah, it's intriguing, and Adam Driver doesn't act in absolute dog shit, so it could be good.
Yeah.
From what I've seen.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
He's a good actor, and then Don
Yeah.
Cheadle as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I like the way he's going on, his hair and his beard or whatever that was. Awesome. So maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll tune into my couch and check out White Noise. I don't know if it dropped when it's coming out, but I'm assuming soon. It's Netflix.
Yeah.
You had a third trailer for us. Let me click on that. Damn, September 8th. That whole week and week, there's a lot of stuff coming out. A lot of things happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That looked very animated.
Yeah.
For
It kind of gave me
wanting to be presented as live action.
Yeah. Well, I think they had to keep that energy, you know.
Yeah.
It felt like
it is a Disney movie.
What was it, Dr. Dolittle that Downey was just in, right?
Yeah.
It kind of had that same energy with how animated the animals were and whatnot.
Right.
You know, maybe I'll give it a watch, maybe I won't, but I don't know.
The Guillermo del Toro one looks interesting.
Yeah. Is that supposed to be horror?
I don't know, but
It's pretty interesting. It's weird. There's 2 of them coming out.
Yeah. That one's going to Netflix.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll see that one.
It'll be easier to watch.
Probably. Yeah, this one seems like, I don't know. Disney has a habit of like over dramatizing or whatever. It's really dramatic. Every trailer they put out super dramatic, and then like the tone is just not what the trailer was. And you're just like, whoa. Like Lightyear, for example. I mean, it was more serious, but then there was just like a lot of unnecessary humor, and I was like, it could conflict at times. Or like even Frozen 2. Have you seen Frozen 2?
It's typical of Pixar to have that level of
like goofiness.
Yeah, goofiness.
Yeah, fair enough. But that's not what they painted in the trailers. You know, it was very dramatic. It was like Rocket Man or something. Or no.
That's true. Yeah, it did feel like it would be more serious than it actually ended up being.
Exactly. So that's my point. It was like, I'm not saying the movie's this or that. I'm just saying like the trailer seems to be disconnected in tone a lot of times with Disney. But that's just my opinion. You feel me? But we're here to give.
Yeah.
We'll take a small little break and then we'll get back with our Spiderhead review.
Yeah.
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 You sure?
Don't have to ask me.
You know, while we're here, what did you think of that trailer?
Pinocchio?
Yeah. I don't think I got your thoughts on it.
It just looked like over animated.
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't look.
Doesn't strike like excitement in you.
No. I mean, Pinocchio looked accurate to the cartoon.
For sure. I would hope.
Yeah.
You know,
it just feels like a reference to that.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel like anything brand new.
Right, like no new ground's being broken.
Like I don't know what to take away from it, other than maybe Tom Hanks.
But yeah, but he's such a big draw, right? But like how central can he really be?
Right.
Because I remember when I watched Pinocchio, like old man Gustavo, what's his name?
Gestapo.
That sounds dirty.
I don't know.
Isn't that like the Nazis were? Gestapo.
I don't know. You said old man, and that just Geppetto.
Yeah. No, because I thought Gestapo too, and I was like, I'm crazy, bro. There's no way he's a Nazi soldier. He's like, oh, show me your papers, Pinocchio. It's like the Elvis character he played.
Right.
Like,
yeah, and that's what it reminded me of, like, going back to that old man, like,
that vibe.
Sounding of Tom Hanks. Like, he's making himself sound older.
He's like, Starlight, mein Freund.
Like, what the hell?
Starlight. Anyway, let's get into that Spiderhead review, shall we?
Yeah.
All right, everyone. We're still here. So let me give everyone a little overview real quick. So in the near future, convicts are offered the chance to volunteer as medical subjects to shorten their sentences. One such subject for a new drug capable of generating feelings of love begins questioning the reality of his emotions. They're playing on words there. The subject being Miles Teller's Jeff, who's one of the people sentenced to be at this little experimental facility, this relaxing Guantanamo Bay, but not really. Directed by Joseph Kosinski, writers George Saunders, based on the short story Escape from Spiderhead, and then Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick worked on the screenplay, I guess adapted it. Chris Hemsworth is Abnesti, who we later learned to be the...
Oh, that's his name?
That's his last name. I think his first name was something dumb. I don't remember. It was generic.
He did say it.
It was like something dumb, like Sammy or Scott or Mark or some, I don't know, some generic one-off name.
Yeah.
But Abnesti is like his last name, and he's spoiler, it's his corporation at the end. He's the one developing the drugs and testing all these people, and that's where the thriller aspect of it comes into play, where he gets to cross lines and like push boundaries, because it's all in the name of pushing his agenda, right?
Yeah.
So as I said, Miles Teller is Jeff, and Journey Smollett as Lizzie. Which that's a whole family. I saw the last name and I was like, is there a whole family? There's a whole family of Smollett actors and actresses. Like, the siblings were on like a show together.
Jesse.
There's a few other ones. They all start with J. They all start with J.
Oh, they do.
Yeah. It's really cool. I was like, oh, I went down like a little rabbit hole. I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like, that's no coincidence. Anyway, My initial thoughts about the movie. I thought the concept was really intriguing, and the first 30 minutes really captured like my interest. Like it held it pretty well.
Yeah.
But the movie kind of felt like one long, drawn out Black Mirror episode, and it dragged on a little more than it thrilled me. You know what I mean? Did you get that same sense, or how did you feel?
Well, I feel like it kind of changed directions into like where it wanted to go, because like you referenced Black Mirror and how like that premise that it started with is akin to Black Mirror, but no, yeah, it didn't really answer any of the questions that it set up. It just kind of shifted to typical like bad guy versus like but like taking advantage people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I really thought they would have gone more into that. Black Mirror can sometimes do a good job of like alienating whoever the people they are subjecting, or if they focus on one person, like they really push them to the limit. And it feels like they were trying to do that with Jeff, but there was a weird line Amnesty was towing with him, with the whole like I get into this later in my notes, but like the manipulation was really good. Like the whole like, hey, we're friends here, we're equals. Like I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. The least you can do is work with me. You know what I mean? Like you could be at whatever state and getting your butt rammed. That's basically what he said. That was one of his jokes.
Yeah.
He's like, you'd be catching with his American accent or whatever. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah, I think it was passable.
Yeah.
Right.
It did the job, right? It painted the picture they wanted you to. They're like, yeah, right, shut up, he's American, right? Whatever.
Yeah, but I could kind of notice when he was shifting, like
it would swing, right?
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, I think you should really get over there and do that. Like I was like, whoa, hey yo, got some draw in there, sir.
Yeah, you could pick out the words that were easier for him to pronounce in an English accent.
But not for lack of trying. It was cool. It was cool hearing that. So it wasn't quite one specific place, but maybe that was the point. Things that I liked, it's Netflix, but the budget was higher, and aesthetically the world of the film was pleasurable. Some pretty
it was pretty unique.
Yeah. Like I liked the set design a lot. I really thought the Spiderhead facility was nice and like well constructed, and it flowed. It felt like it could be a real place where people are like some weird prison camp. You know what I mean? Like
it reminded me of Squid Games, but like
really
what do you call it?
Like a tropical version?
No, not tropical, but like the home that they had, like in the little like the kitchen.
Sure.
Like it was like a toned down version of that. Of like the stuff that they had.
What's help me out here. Is it Ex Machina Oscar Isaac was in? Yeah. It gave me those vibes.
The architecture, yeah.
The architecture and like the lighting and like all the wood accents there. Like the billionaire with his crazy home and the open floor plan kind of deal. Like it gave me those vibes more than it did anything else. So I just thought that was interesting. I liked that they paid attention there at least. I really enjoyed the range of emotions all the actors got to play because of the nature of the MacGuffin, if you will. Like the whole emotion juice. The emotion potions, as I like to call them. Yeah. And it looked like a blast to work on and act in for sure. I enjoyed Amnesty's manipulative traits. I already kind of touched on that. The whole open door policy, which kind of bites him in the ass later. Yeah, when Jeff comes up and finds that he's taken the shit he's slinging, Right. Amateur, bro. Amateur. Just rank amateur shit. What did you like about it?
I don't have many pauses. I don't know because
thoughts. Give me a.
I found it awkward that there was a revelation that he had killed his girlfriend. Like I felt it was like almost unnecessary because the reveal that he was there in prison as a result of drunk driving was already like presented.
Sure.
And then it was added on that he had done that to his girlfriend. And sure, that adds to like
his torment or whatever.
Like his torment, but like that guilt itself was already there.
Yeah, and I feel like
it didn't really like add.
Yeah, and the way jumping off what you said, the way it was presented, the way it was kind of like another rug pull, haha. It felt cheap. I was like,
especially the way they did it, because like the first time we saw her, she was saying bye to him.
Yeah,
and then
exactly it's
just revealed that she jumps back in.
Yeah. No, they literally rewrote the scene like, oh, we need another emotional gut punch. she was in the car too.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
literally how it was presented at the end of the movie. So I was like, and another thing too about that, Jeff, Miles Teller, Jeff isn't made to be likable enough as the protagonist, if you want to call him that. Like his flashback, which we talked about, the rug pull moment, doesn't show enough of the love and his character prior to the drunk driving accident. Maybe it's they wanted to save on time or whatever, but like I didn't feel a strong connection to his before life before the things went south. And granted, I don't need a whole mini series or a whole like
right.
long episode, but just a couple lines of dialogue. Like, let's let the actors like, you know, show something before he has his whole world ripped apart by his stupid decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get any of that. I was just kind of like, this happened and now I'm sad. I'm just like, okay, yeah, but I don't know. So the movie didn't make me care enough about him, you know? So
Yeah.
his righteous comeuppance was like, whatever. On the other hand, Amnesty, Hemsworth, doesn't come off as menacing enough. Or like at the very least, he doesn't need to be like this big, bad, scary villain, but like more twisted, more vile, more like,
more troubled,
deranged. Yeah,
he should have been more troubled.
Yeah, he was too like laissez-faire. Like I understand that's a front, but let us see what's behind that sheen, right? Like that weird false armor. I don't know.
There was a bit of insecurity towards the end,
and that's fine. Like, but what does that fuel, right?
Right.
Like I see the manipulation. That's a great tactic, but like what happens when we go deeper when he doesn't get what he wants and you start pushing him towards more of an edge? Does he become more unhinged, like physically? Does he pump you full of things before? But like the whole thing, they were setting up dominoes for him to fall already. But and I feel like there were so many things getting in his way of showing us like his darker side. You know what I mean? Other than just like, oh, I'm gonna give him, you know, darker flax and like make someone tweak out. No, it's gonna be safe this time, I promise. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just more hands-on would have been cool. Maybe a moment or two of being heated about being found out would have played into us rooting against the big evil farmer guy at the end. You know what I mean?
Right. Also, why was it such a big mystery that he supposedly had higher ups that were making the decisions rather than him?
I think that plays into his character. So instead of saying, "Hey, I make the decisions around here. I'm the head honcho. You know, do what I say." He doesn't want to do that. He wants to be underhanded. He wants to be manipulative. He wants people to think, I'm on your side. I'm in this with you. Hey, we're working together to make the world a better place. I think that's why he chose that tactic. And that's fine in Danny.
But yeah, it just felt kind of like a shallow reason, like a
maybe that's his character.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to justify it, but I'm saying like I think that's what they were thinking maybe would pass for that. But I would have liked to see, okay, all these things have failed. But at the end, he does it to the very end. Even when he makes the other prisoners turn, he's like geeking out and he's laughing and he's on all those drugs and he's like, they're trying to escape and, you know, whatever. He makes whatever promises he makes, you know, to get them to. So it's just a lot of manipulation. Maybe that's the subliminal message they're going for. I don't know.
Or they were going for self-forgiveness at the end because Miles Teller had that speech.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I don't know. Well, it was weird because that theme doesn't really mix
with everything else. Yeah, or it just doesn't hit hard enough. Because like, does he forgive himself in the end? I mean, besides, like, you're led to believe he might because of the monologue, but like, I don't see it on their expression. They're just like, oh shit, you know, we got free. Okay, great, awesome.
Right, yeah. Because why wouldn't they want to get free from prison?
Exactly. Anyone would be thrilled.
Yeah.
And you know, we could have been played for, I don't know, for more of a reaction, like a physical altercation. I mean, they had one at the end, but it felt whatever. It felt cheap. Is if when he said, "Oh, you've been free for 7 months," and she just got out like today or yesterday or whatever it was. I mean, I don't remember. I'm fuzzy, but like I feel like he should have reacted more largely to that information. Or maybe, I don't know. But I just feel like I don't know. It was all just kind of weird and tamed. It was more tame than it should have been.
Yeah.
In some moments, that's how I feel. What other observations you got, my guy?
The effects that they used to illustrate the drugs was
really cool.
Yeah, it was.
I liked when they were seeing things high, like plants and like the rainbow rays around like sun and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That was all really nice.
Yeah.
I got some final thoughts, man. You want to hear those real quick?
Yeah. What?
I sum it up with, it's kind of brutal, but it's an interesting concept, right? But it's an under-fleshed out message of self-acceptance, like we were talking about, and like the power of true emotions, and you know how we should like be true to those and deal with those rather than, I guess, the shooting up or whatever. Yeah, right? There's some sort of loose message there.
Yeah.
Still better than Day Shift. Have you seen that yet?
No, you told me not to.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
And I was like,
forever.
Yeah, why not? Why not see?
Or if you do, watch it in like 2 times speed. Pacing will be better. No, but I don't know. Those are my final thoughts. What do you want to leave us with about this movie?
I mean, it was okay. It just didn't do anything unique enough.
Yeah,
guess.
like they had the pieces there, but
Yeah.
they didn't assemble them the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. A little weak sauce. But anyway, I'd give it maybe like a 6.5 out of 10. What about you, big man?
Yeah.
Right there.
6.5, I guess.
Oh,
7, maybe.
oh, don't do that. We had like the same score. I think we never do that. We never do that.
Yeah, I'll go 6.5.
Yes. Anyway, that's our review of Spiderhead. And shit. As for Media Munchers, I'm Mathian.
And I made you.
We're gonna catch you next time.